Hello everyone, Cousin here, and in this video, I'm gonna be solving Wordle number 1337 and New York Times Hard Sudoku for February 15th, 2025. So let's get this video started with Wordle number 1337. I'm gonna start with the word heart. Okay, only got the R yellow, so this letter goes somewhere else in this word. It could be a double consonant involving R, such as CR, FR, GR, PR, or BR, something like that. Um, what does the word end with? Um, let's try crown, because I feel like that's not bad. Let's just guess it. No way. Alright, placed the CR and O. So I did predict the first part correctly, but not for the ending. Now, it could easily be cross. But am I willing to make that repeated S? Um, you know what? Since I don't see any other word in the moment, I'm just gonna make a bold guess of trying cross. Because literally, that's the only word I see now. So, cross? No. Alright. Oh, it could be double O. Crook is an example. Um, is that this word? Croup or something? Let's just try crook and see what happens. Okay, and crook is the correct answer. Alright, so I got it in 4 tries. Didn't use any elimination strategies, I just made my guesses based on the previous clues, and yeah, by the time I made my second guess, I placed the first 3 letters. So I just had to figure out the ending part. So taking 2 tries to do that, I feel like is alright, is acceptable. So yeah, 4 guesses is not too bad, definitely. I'll take it. Got today's Wordle answer crook in 4 tries. This is Wordle number 1337. Let's now move on to New York Times Sudoku. Again, today's February 15th, 2025. Let's start the hard difficulty Sudoku for today. These ones force the digit 1 into one of these 2 cells in block 5. Okay, this 3 points right, and this 3 points up, forcing the digit 3 into this cell in block 3. These 3's points left, and this cell sees another 3. So in block 1, the digit 3 is forced into this cell. These 3's point down, forcing the digit 3 into this cell in block 7. 3 in block 6 is forced into one of these 2 cells, because this cell sees a 3, and 3 in block 8 is forced into one of these 2 cells, because this cell sees a 3. Alright, these 5's points up, and these 5's points left. Okay, now that 3 got placed into this cell, the digits 5 and 8 point up. But both 5 and 8 are still missing from block 3. But cannot go into these 3 cells because they see 5 and 8 in the same column. So only these 2 cells are available for 5 and 8 in block 3. In order to fit both 5 and 8 into block 3, I have to make these 2 cells reserved for 5 and 8. So this 5-8 pair eliminates all other digits from these 3 cells. So this 5-8 pair means that the other 3 open cells in block 3 contain 4, 6, and 7, because they are the other missing digits of block 3. This cell sees a 7. Alright, this 5-8 pair also works for row 1, because they line up in the same row. It doesn't change the fact that I have to make these 2 cells reserved for 5 and 8. Even though it's for block 3, there is still a 5-8 pair formed by these two cells. So they also work for row 1 because they line up in the same row. So let's think about this. This 5-8 pair means that the other 5 open cells in row 1 contain 2, 4, 6, 7, 9. 2, 4, 6, 7, 9. Okay, these 3 cells see 7, so 7 goes into one of these 2 cells in the row. These 2 cells see 6. I mean, I can just mark the 6s in one of these 2 cells in block 1. Alright, you know what? I'll just let the markings be like that for now. Let's move on to something else. Um, okay, these 9s points left, and this cell sees another 9. So in block 4, the digit 9 is forced into this cell. These 9s point up, and this cell sees another 9. Oh, but this 9 points up, and this 9 points left. So in block 2, the digit 9 is forced into row 2. So 9's being here eliminates 9 from this cell. Because of these 9's, we know that the digit 9 in block 2 goes into row 2. It's forced. And now we have a 9 in row 2. I cannot have any other open cells in this row contain a 9. So 9 in this cell is eliminated. I can force the digit 9 into this cell in block 1. Okay, these 9's point down. Oh, actually, there's a 4, 6, 7 triple up here. So this makes the other 3 open cells in column 8 contain 1, 2, and 9 because they are the other missing digits of this column. Actually, it's there from the very beginning as well, because in column 8, the digits 1, 2, and 9 are missing. These 3 cells see 1, 2, and 9. So in order to fit these 3 digits into column 8, I have to make these 3 cells reserved for 1, 2, and 9. So this 1, 2, 9 triple eliminates all other digits from these 3 cells. Again, it's the chain that the two ends, the order of spotting the two ends does not matter. If you spot one of the ends, you're gonna spot the whole thing. So just use the one that you spot first and you'll get all of them. They have the same outcome. So that's what usually happens with these cases. So yeah. Okay, this 3 points down, this 3 points right. So in block 5, the digit 3 is forced into column 5, which eliminates 3 from this cell. So I can place 3 in this cell in block 8. Alright, in row 7, the missing digits are 2, 6, 7, and 8. I'm noticing that these two cells see another 2. So in row 7, the digit 2 is forced into one of these 2 cells. Because again, it cannot go into these 2 cells. But 2, as a missing digit of row 7, it is forced into one of these 2 cells here. And because of that, no other open cells in block 7 can contain a 2. Oh, wait, how did I not see this? These 2 cells see 6 and 8. So in order to fit both 6 and 8 into row 7, I have to make these two cells reserved for 6 and 8. Right? These two open cells see both 6 and 8. So I have to make these two cells reserved for 6 and 8 to fit both of them in row 7. So this 6-8 pair eliminates all other digits from these two cells. Which means that the other two open cells in row 7 contain 2 and 7, but this cell sees a 7. So I can actually place 7 and 2 this way. Now, this 2 that I just placed, it points up, and this 2 points left. So in block 1, the digit 2 is forced into row 1. So 2 in block 2 is forced into one of these two cells. In block 7, the missing digits are 1, 4, and 5. 1, 4, and 5 are also the missing digits of column 3. This cell sees a 1. Okay, I was just looking at the missing digits of column 9, and I found a naked single. So focus on this cell. I'm just gonna explain it by this method. Now this cell sees. What I mean by that, when I say the word see, it means that that specific digit is already it like the same row, column, or block already has that digit. So this cell cannot contain that digit. Alright, this cell sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9. So the only digit that this cell does not see is 7. So I must make this cell a 7. The only possible digit which can go into this cell is 7. Because once again, it cannot be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, or 9. And keep in mind that in Sudoku, we cannot leave cells empty. Empty cells would break the Sudoku puzzle. So to avoid that, I must put a digit into every single cell. And if 7 is the only possible digit into this cell, then I must make this a 7. Because it can't be anything else, and if I exclude 7 from this cell, it would become empty. Like, no digit would be able to fit in this cell. So, 7 is literally the only possible digit that can go into the cell, so it must be a 7, because it can't be anything else. Alright. And 7 in block 5 goes into one of these two cells. 6 and 8 are the other missing digits, so they go down here. And now, I have marked all 5 missing digits in block 5, but there is one cell which only has one digit marked. 3. So I can make this a 3 from the markings. Well, it's basically the same concept as this 7 over here. It's a naked single, because it sees 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So this cell cannot contain any other digit apart from 3. 3 is the only possible digit which can go into this cell, so I must make this a 3 to avoid empty cells which will break the Sudoku puzzle. So this is a naked single 3, must make this cell a 3. Alright, and then 3 in block 6 is forced into this cell. Okay, all 3s are placed, so that's nice. I guess I can focus on something else. Now in row 4, the missing digits are 1, 4, and 5. Now there is a 1, 4, 5 triple in column 1, so I have to keep 1, 4, and 5 in these 3 cells. Otherwise, some cells they would become empty if I don't keep all 1, 4, and 5 in these 3 cells. So this 1, 4, 5 triple eliminates 1s, 4s, and 5s from all other open cells in this column. Because once again, to avoid empty cells, I must keep 1, 4, and 5 in these 3 cells. So this 1, 4, 5 triple makes the other 3 open cells in this column contain 2, 6, and 8. Alright, this cell sees a 2, so it's 6 or 8 only. Oh, and this cell sees 8 from the 5, 8 pair, so this cell actually can only be 2 or 6. Oh, 1, 2, 6, 8 quad. Well, I guess I don't really need the word quad when I can literally place 4 in the row. Alright, yeah, because this cell sees 4 from the 4, 6, 7 triple in block 3. It sees 4 from this triple. So this cell cannot contain 4. And this 4 points right. So in block 6, the digit 4 is forced into this cell. And this cell also sees 4 from the 145 triple. 145 triple eliminates 4 from this cell. So in row 6, the digit 4 is forced into this cell. Or you can say that these 4s help force 4 into this cell, which makes these two cells a 1-5 pair. Oh, sorry, this cell cannot contain 6, which means that these two cells form a 2-8 pair. 1, 2, and 6 are the missing digits of block 6. This cell sees 2 and this cell sees 1. Am I missing something? Let me see. I can do a minor thing. This in this 145 triple, 4 is forced into one of these two cells. So force being here eliminates 4 from this cell. Ooh, it's this cell. Alright. So again, it's a naked single. Because this cell sees 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, and 5 and 8 from the 5, 8 pair. This cell sees 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So 2 is the only possible digit into this cell, and I have to avoid empty cells, which would break the Sudoku puzzle yeah. So this cell is forced to be a 2, because it is the only possible digits that can go into this cell. Alright, so this 2 makes this an 8, 2, 1, 6, 2, based on the markings I've done. 6, 8 pair, oh, well, 7 and 1 in these two cells for the row, but this cell sees 1. So 7 and 1 like this. Now this 7 points up and this 7 points right. So in block 2, the digit 7 is forced into row 2. And now in this 4, 6, 7 triple, this cell now sees 7 from block 2. So 7 can only go into this cell. So in row 1, 5, 8 pair means that the other two open cells in the row are for 4 and 6. But this cell sees 4 from the 1, 4, 5 triple. So this cell is forced to be a 6, making the other one a 4. Another thing is that 5 is eliminated from this cell because of the 7, 9 pair. In order to fit both 7 and 9 into block 2, I have to make these two cells reserved for 7 and 9. So this 7-9 pair eliminates all other digits from these two cells. So 5 cannot go into this cell because of the 7-9 pair. The digit 5 in block 2 is forced into this cell. Also, the other 3 open cells in block 2 contain 2, 6, and 8 because of the 7-9 pair. Alright, 6-8 pair. Well, but, sorry, this cell cannot be a 6, so I can make this an 8. This is down to 1 of 5 only. Alright, so this cell sees 2 and 8, so 2 and 8 go into these two cells, making this cell a 6. This cell now sees 4, so it's only a 4. Sorry, this cell sees 5, so it can only contain a 4. This 4 makes this a 6. 4. Alright, these 6s point down, and this cell sees another 6. So in block 9, the digit 6 is forced into this cell. And this cell now sees a 6, so I can complete row 7 by placing 8 and 6 this way, which makes this 8 and this a 6. Alright, in column 4, 8 is a missing digit, but because of this 8, it can only go into this cell, which makes these 2s. Alright, 2 and 9 down to these two cells for the column, but this cell sees 2. So 2 and 9 like this. This is 5 or 8 for the column, but cannot be an 8. So 8, 5, 8. These two cells are for 1 and 7. Alright, in column 6, the missing digits are 4, 7, and 9. This cell sees a 9. And in column 5, 7, 8, and 9 are the missing digits. Alright, this cell sees 8 and 9. So it can only be a 7 for the column, which makes this 1, 7, 4, 9, 7, 9, 8, 5, 1, 5, 1, and the Sudoku puzzle is complete. Alright, I've finished today's New York Times hard Sudoku in around 19.5 minutes, so I would say the Sudoku puzzle is just the right difficulty. I don't think it's too tricky. Although I spent almost 20 minutes solving the Sudoku puzzle, I did quite a lot of time explaining um how to spot the key spots needed and also the concepts behind. So did spend a did spend some time in that, but overall I think it's the right difficulty for hard Sudokus. I'll go over some key spots as a quick summary. So towards the beginning, after I placed this 3, there was the 5-8 pair in block 3, which gave us the 4-6-7 triple, and at last the 1-2-9 triple in column 8. You could have done the other way round, which is first by looking at column 8 and finding the 1-2-9 triple, and then you'll get the 4, 6, and 7, followed by placing the 3 and then the 5-8 pair at last. So this chain, the order of spotting the one of the two ends, it doesn't matter. If you spot one of them, you're going to spot the whole chain. So whatever you spot first, just use it and you'll get the whole thing. They have the same result. So yeah. And then later on, in row 7, there was this 6-8 pair, which helped place the 2 and 7. And later on, there were some naked singles, such as this 7 and this 3. The digit 7 in block 6 at the intersection of row 4 and column 9, there was this naked single 7 because it saw every other digit apart from 7, and 7 was the only possible digits which could go into this cell. So it can only be a 7. Same for this 3. It's also a naked single. It saw every other digits. So 3 was the only possible digits which can go into this cell. This cell in block 5 at the intersection of row 4 and column 3, this was a naked single 3. And towards the end, there was the 145 triple or the 268 triple in column 1, depends on which one you spot first. 145 triple or 268 triple in column 1. Well, they both exist, but two different triples. And at last, I guess the 7-9 pair helped a bit by placing this 5, and yeah, I think that's about it for the Sudoku puzzle. So if you have any other questions or difficulties, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I'll be glad to reply you. Hopefully this video helped, and hope it wasn't too tricky. Alright, today is February 15th, 2025. In this video, I've solved Wordle number 1337 and New York Times Hard Sudoku for today. See you all next time. Bye!